All right, so we have the air shocks for Granny. This is everything plumbed up. So cool fact, the valve actually comes with a connector. So I was expecting to have to make something to do this, but it came with it, which is super nice. I just want to confirm everything functions. So I'm gonna connect to the compressor. We'll put a little air in them. We'll make sure it all works, and then we're gonna install it. So I would say those work. That's gonna help with keeping stuff level. All right, let's get to installing. Doesn't compress. Good shock. No good shock. All right, we're gonna put it on the ground. There's 50 PSI in the air shock right now. That's where we're gonna start it at. Let's see how she sits. And then I think it's gonna be good. So, that's 50 PSI. Not bad. So you can see in the wheel well, the airline and this airline, and they tuck up through the bolt. And then the connection is right there. So that lets pressure out. All right, so y'all just watch that red come out. So initially the plan for today was to mount that big old AC unit up. However, I'm being told the portable unit will do just fine. Inside the trailer is currently dyslexia is showing a little bit. 87.7 degrees in the trailer right this second. She's been in the RV parking spot overnight. It was 104 in there yesterday. So not being in direct sunlight definitely helped. I want to see, I'm going to put the portable AC unit in here with everything the way it is, minus the car, because we got to do some work on the car. I'm going to let the AC unit run for an hour, check it out, see how well it gets dropped down. I'm going to monitor that. If it drops a reasonable amount, excuse me, in an hour or so, excuse me. Man, pulling that thing out by yourself is working. If it drops down to a reasonable temperature in about an hour or so, then I'm confident in picking up a portable AC unit, probably slightly bigger than the one we have for in here. I'm thinking probably right around the 10,000 BTU mark. And then we'll do that, and I'll plumb it. Let me show you from the outside, because I don't feel like walking through there again. Whew, boy. So what we'll do is I'll either vent it from the floor, or I'll make this the outside vent for the AC unit. And that'll just vent it up and out. And obviously, like you know, we have the big old generator, which is also behind all the tires up there. That will be what powers the whole thing, and the portables run off 110, so that's more than enough generator. That generator is going to run 110 and 220, so that we can weld on 220 if we need to. Obviously, you guys have seen me weld aluminum and stainless on the 110 settings, so I'm not super worried about that, but we have the option. So yeah, I'm going to set up the portable AC. I think I'm just going to, you know what, I might set it up back here, because we have one of those vents back here. So I'm just gonna put it to that hole there. So it'll vent out, and then close up all the doors, let it run. Sorry. We'll see how it goes. I'll be back when it's set up. All right, so I have a very rudimentary, basically set up. That's just gonna push out the hole. I don't have a big enough hole there. I'm not trying to leave anything super open. This door's gonna close. The side door's already closed, and then we're just gonna let it run. So before I close the big door, let's come in here. So again, let's take a quick walk. So as I'm powering up the unit, it is 88.3 degrees inside. Here, let me show you. Come on, focus, there you go. 88.3, 65% humidity. So you guys understand, like, this is at the frontmost, just before the V. That's the start of the V. That's where the temperature, the thermometer is. So it's pretty much as far away from that as I can get. So we should be good to take care of that. So that's blowing cold. Come up to the vent. It is allowing, you can hear it. It is venting the exhaust. So I'm gonna carefully close the door as to not pinch the power wire. We're using let me open this all the way. Hold on. Sorry, there's apparently a critter that lived in it. Anyways, all right, so this is full out. It's at 66 degrees. I'm gonna close the door, so I'll set you guys down over here. So you can watch me close the door. No funny business. Make sure we're gonna watch and make sure we don't destroy this power cable. So the door might still be slightly open. Alright. Again, I can still feel the hot, that's very hot, coming out of there. Alright, so we have started this at 10:40. We'll check back in at 11:40 and we'll see how different it gets. Panel wise, like these are cool to the touch, so I don't know if we'll see much difference there. Again, this has been, these panels are a little toasty. She's inside, like almost perfectly. So if we go, whoop, yeah, just the V-nose is out. And that's basically just because I wanted to make sure I had room to get the car out so we can work on it again while we're doing this. So let's get to the fun stuff. What we're doing on the car today. I'm going to bring out the driver's door, the cut one. I'm gonna prep it out here. We're gonna sand it, prime it, get it ready, and then we're gonna do an experiment. And I'm gonna record exactly how long it takes me to take this heavy freaking door off and put the cut door on. You guys will have a front row seat. I'll position you something like this, so you'll be able to see. Probably a little more like that-ish, so you can see the whole door. But we're gonna take this door off, and then I'm gonna prep the other door, because the passenger door is not, the stock one's not cut yet. It's not cut on the hinge for the replaceable portion. So we'll work on that next, and then that's what we're gonna work on today. And I think this is gonna come off today. I'm gonna put it in the trailer. I think it's gonna come off. And then if I get the doors and everything done in a reasonable amount of time, we might work on this quarter area just to prime that whole section. Maybe that too, but we'll see. It's all time-based. I started my day a little later than I planned. All right. So we're gonna start our timer over at 11:25 because this vent was not adequate. I really needed to get more of the exhaust out, so now I have it like this, which is gonna skew our results just a little bit because obviously the door is open, but it's not open a ton, and it's allowing the exhaust to get out. Hopefully it stops tripping the breaker. A, because I got stuff to do. B, it's a huge pain in the ass. Every 15 minutes or so is clicking the breaker off. I think it was just too hot. It's been running pretty much consistently for the last 15-20 minutes without tripping the breaker when I had the door open and it was actually exhausting everything. So for now, that's how we're gonna do it. This is just a test. If it does a decent job, all right, so that's all we got done. I'm gonna give the grinder a minute, let it cool off. So we got the whole top rail. I had to grind down a bolt there, no big deal. I'm probably gonna weld, I don't know, we'll see. I might weld some stuff shut, I might not, I'm not super worried. Like I said, these are race doors. They're to get thrown on when we're trying to make some money or go fast. So we've got this section done. We've got all that red left. I'm gonna take the door handle off, but it's been about a half hour. So let's see if there's any difference in the inside of the trailer. Okay. All right. Check and see what my kids are doing. Yeah. I mean, it's feels cooler. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna keep the door propped open a little bit. All right. It says it's 89 in here, but like from a feel, like this is cool. It's cooler than outside right now. You know, I'm about halfway into the trailer now. I know y'all can't see, but like right here is pretty good. And if we come back now I'm back where the AC unit is. I'm gonna actually point that down a little bit and try and help push it further. I think it might be escaping through the crack, but it's definitely helping the venting because now I haven't had to, this hasn't popped the breaker the whole time. Ugh. That air feels good blowing on me though. So halfway, it's definitely cooler than out here. That's for sure. Like a good 10 or 15 degrees colder in there. The panels feel about the same here. So not bad. We'll see. All right, this is the 2-hour check. Definitely cooler in here than it was outside. Try and keep the cold in here. I can't see. That says 90.4, so it's still warm there. But as we come this way, Just I disconnected it on accident. I popped the breaker, but that's still blowing pretty cool. Put it up to high. I mean, it's significantly cooler for sure in here, but it's definitely not freezing. But again, we have a disadvantage with that. I've done it a couple times, so. Oh, there we go. Now it's kicking on. So, not bad. Not bad. All right, so we kind of had a change of plans. I had a brand new can of primer and it's junk. So here in this lovely state of Florida, we can't leave bare metal. So I had some black available. That's what I sprayed. It looks like poop. It's not staying. We'll sand it all off. I just heavy coated it as you watched. We'll let it dry. And then we'll do the door swap exercise. And at least you'll be able to tell which door is which, because like that's clearly not that door. So no one will be able to say, oh, it's the same door. No, different doors. Clearly different doors. So the black's not a super big deal, only for two reasons. One, black's the base coat for the actual color the car's going. Two, those are the race doors. I don't give two shits. As long as they match the car close enough that they're not super noticeable when we're going down track. It's my only thing. Then I don't really care. So those can be prepped differently than these. It's not a huge deal. These are the ones that are gonna get body worked and everything else. Those are basically just gonna get sprayed the way they are and they'll be what they're gonna be. That's because again, those are for money. And those are going on, they're rusty, they're rotted. Like here, I don't think I showed you guys how bad this door is. But I mean, it's musty, dusty, crusty, rusty. So I don't care. It's about being light. This door, this one will be pretty and straight and line up perfectly. Obviously, I have some body gap work to do, but that'll be the door that stays true and straight and clean, and we'll take care of that. Those doors, I don't really care. So, yep, that's gonna be it for right this second. I'm gonna let that dry. While that dries, I'm gonna hydrate because it's hot. And yeah, we'll be back. All right, I cheated, but I'm excited. I'm gonna close this door because I don't think the temperature on the wall is gonna matter. It is cool in here. I'm not gonna say it's cold, but it is very cool in here. And this is still with the door cracked. This thing, I mean, if I stand right here, oh, of course that's ice cold. But the whole trailer in itself, this is gonna work great. So, I think the next step is going to be to properly put a vent in place. Now I gotta figure out where to do that. So we can come back up here. It's also only been, I can't see nothing, so I just kicked Pro Molly. It's only been like 2 hours because we started at 12:20. So we're not even at 2 hours, hour and a half. And it's cool in here. All right, we're gonna have Jessica try. All right, I won't even touch.
Oh yeah, it is.
Like way cooler than outside.
Yeah.
So I don't know what, that says it's 92, but that's like the furthest corner.
Yeah. Obviously it's cooler towards here.
Yeah. You know the benefit of Florida? That's basically already dry. Okay, clearly you can see the door. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna open the door. I will pull the pins, which this one goes this way. Come on.
definitely going to orientate the pins better next time. Alright, that one's there. And this one goes down. And then go like this. Alright, so. Come on. This one's gonna suck the worst. There we go. Because it's heavy. Don't put those too far out of reach. Get a meatball. Okay. So now this door is off. Let me come place it over here by the wall. My phone. I'm an asshole. Oop, now you're upside down. Hold on. Okay.
So now, come back over here. I don't know how I'm gonna grab this.
It's not really tacky.
Florida's so nice for painting because stuff just drops. Alright. So now this one, and this one. Come on. Here we go. We have one. This door is not going to latch because I have the latch mechanism out of it in order to paint and prime and do all the stuff I had to do. So, come on. Come on, motherfucker. Why are you fighting? Why won't you do it your own? Alright, well, for the time being, oh, I can't do it that way. Can you go? No. Like that. Oh. Okay. So we'll go like this for now. And I should ideally remove the problem. Or not. You know what I think I forgot to do? Is I opened up these holes on the other door, and I didn't do that on this door. Because I'm an asshole. Okay. Now from there, you go like this. Take that off because it's blocking the door from closing. That's a pain in the butt. Because it's supposed to be over that. That's why. Okay. I took it off on the other one. That's right. What a meatball. But, okay. Alright, we're going to try this again now that I've done the pre-work that I was supposed to do, which was drilling out the door slots, the alignment pins, to the right size. But, this is what we're going to do. So, open the door. Disconnect the safeties from the pins, like so, and you wiggle the pin until it comes free, or you wiggle the door until the pin comes free. Maybe
take this big, heavy, 70-pound door, gently place it on the wall. I don't know if I'll ever hang those off of the trailer, but like they're there. And then you put the door that clearly shows I worked on it back in its place. This one goes on the bottom, so let's do this one here first. Okay. Helps me put them in there. Alright, that just like that. Reach up here, close that. This one here. Drop through just like that. And the door shuts. Again, it's not going to latch because I don't have the lock in there, but that's how quickly we can switch out the doors. So in under 2 minutes, we can go from this way, that big old hefty door, which is 70 pounds, to this here, which is going to be right around 20 something pounds. I'm going to guess, I'll weigh them both again when they're all assembled with the Lexan and everything in. Lexan, door latch, all that stuff. But I'm going to go with, this is probably going to be somewhere in the range of 25 pounds. So from 71-ish to 25, if we're dropping 45 pounds aside, we're dropping 90 pounds out of the car. So in the world of drag racing, that's a reasonable gain for 5 minutes of work. So, but that's gonna be it for today. I am on daddy duty tonight. Well, she got an impromptu bath today. You know, that Florida life. But it's cool. Pretty blue skies over there. All right, so obviously we're back in the garage. It's currently raining. Everything's now wet, but passenger door. Oh, solid. Has a door handle now. So, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna switch out this door to the heavy door. We have the cowl hood. It's gonna go on the car. I'm gonna put the radiator, there we go, with the 16 ANs in the trunk, just on top of here. Not mounting it, only because it's gonna come back out. I gotta pull any extra stuff off it, lock the car in park, and then we're gonna put it on the scales. We're doing a contest to see who can guess the closest weight. Current configuration, obviously, no fluids in the car, fuel cell's empty, fuel pumps are out, but we have like the mock-up motor, the trannies in there, the drive shaft, all that stuff's there. So we're gonna see what it weighs in this current configuration with that hood, that door, and then we're gonna swap doors. I still need to modify that door on both, but we'll swap the doors and then we'll see how much we lose with the doors. I do have to lay the glass back on there. Maybe. I might leave it off. We'll see. But yeah, so we're gonna get to that. Now that it's starting to slow down and it's not peeing everywhere. It was aggressive. It was super aggressive, but so we're gonna set this up to where y'all get to keep me honest. I'm gonna go around. This should read about 175 pounds on all four corners. I can't see, so I'm just gonna count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Obviously, this is not going to be exact. This ground is not level. We're pointing downhill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's obviously a bunch of crap on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's variables, but we're just aiming to see who gets closest, right? This is some fun. So now I'm gonna play with some stuff off camera to see weight changes and stuff. Like I'm gonna switch to the fiberglass hood, lay that on there, see how much different the fiberglass hood weighs. We know the drag wing is gonna be significantly lighter than the big wing that's on there. Stuff like that. I'm just gonna play with some stuff, but I'm gonna do that off camera because again, when this comes out with this configuration, it is still a no time car. So again, there's so much missing. Like there's not really any wiring in the car, stuff like that. There's so much missing that it's just not a realistic goal for anyone to try and estimate what it's gonna weigh based on what's here. The block's empty, stuff like that. So, yep, I'm gonna get started on that. I'll check in with you guys in a minute. All right, everybody. So she's back in the box and we did some moving around, got the trailer a little happier on the tongue, but we also took the big wing off. We will be going back to the drag wing. The big wing is over there. Drag wing's going back on. The weight savings and the effectiveness of the drag wing is going to be a little better than the big wing. Big wing is cool, but it's just not quite what I want. So, but we're packed up. A little more cleaning to do, and then we're going to drop the trailer off and go home and get up in the morning.